Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 32 of Direwolf20's Sky Factory 4 Let's Play series, where today I am playing a little bit with Ender Utilities, a mod that I haven't played with much yet, but I want to check it out. So the gist of this mod that I've kind of gotten to understand is it has its own power system, right? Which is based on power from the end. So when you make items like this one may or may not have the power system enabled, but the Ender Bag, for example, has a charge on it, right? The teleporter thing has a charge on it, right? And that charge is based on the Ender capacitor that goes in there. So there's like 3 tiers, right? There's basic, which can store 10,000 energy. There's enhanced, which is 100,000, and then there's advanced, which is 500,000 of that charge. And you can fill this capacitor, as we saw last episode, by clicking on the pillars in the end. And we also saw in a previous episode, we used the Ender Infuser to charge up chargeable items with Ender Pearls or Eyes of Ender. But obviously, popping over the end and hitting one of those crystals is another good way to do it. So what we can do now is set up a process by which we can generate this energy straight from the end and let it wirelessly charge any devices we have from this Ender Utilities mod, which sounds like a good time. So we're going to try it out, right? We have to create a multi-block structure in the end, and then we create a multi-block structure in the overworld here, and then anytime I'm in the overworld, I'll get that power. And we can also set up receivers in other dimensions if we need to. Not that I don't think we'll need to. I think we'll be fine without, but, you know, that's cool. I'm also kind of interested in this portal frame. I'm assuming it's like a straight up, portal that lets you teleport to other places based on these crystals. So I mean, like, I like teleportation kind of mods. So like, I'm down with that if you get my meaning, right? So you can have modules in here too. I wonder if like there's a way to get what modules we can put in there. There's memory cards. I don't think that makes anything. Is there modules? So there's some modules. There's the jailer module. That's for like one thing. I don't know what other modules there are, for example, but we'll figure it out. Definitely a neat mod that I'm enjoying playing with. So to get going here, right, we're going to need 3 things, right? 1, we're going to need the energy bridge transmitter. This goes in the end and transmits the energy, right? Then we need an energy bridge receiver in the overworld that will receive that energy. Cool. And anything with an Ender capacitor will be recharged when the capacitor is installed in a module and the item is in the player's inventory. So I think that's cool. You will need 1 receiver in each dimension if you want the recharging to work, and it doesn't need to be chunk loaded. Place the receiver in the middle. Place 4 resonators on the same level as the receiver, 2 blocks of air between them. The resonators must face the receiver. Place them when looking out. There can only be transparent blocks above and below the receiver all the way down to bedrock. So let's check this out, right? So basically we need 8 receivers, right? So we're gonna need a whole bunch of this stuff. So I'm just gonna click that button like that, right? We need an energy core enhance. Right click on an ender crystal in the end, the entity on top of the instance with the inactive ender core. Right. So we need an ender core enhanced. So there's a couple different types of ender cores. There's basic, enhanced, and advanced, right? So we need essentially 8 of these. Right? Cool. And we have to go activate them in the end, right? And then that'll get us what we need for that. And then for this guy and this guy, we need the advanced version of this, right? So we're going to need the energy core advanced. So I'm going to need 2 of these. So to make that, we need 8 of these guys, right? So we're going to need 16. Now we're going to need 8 Eyes of Ender. So we're going to need more Ender Pearls. That's what I'm learning about this mod. You need a lot of Ender Pearls. Who'd have thunk a mod that called Ender Utilities needs a lot of Ender Pearls? I mean, I never would have imagined, right? Can I upgrade this dude now, by the way? I'm pretty sure I can, because these are easy to make. Totally easy to make. So we want this, 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 and then Wow, that's okay. We had a lot of that. That's right. And then it's just a simple matter of another star. And then suddenly, you know what else I kind of want while I'm here? Can I have a magnet? I think there's like a really simple magnet to make from Pickle Tweaks. Hooray, magnets. And that's growing faster. I love watering cans. One thing about modded Minecraft, you get to not have to wait around for a while, which is nice. Right? No waiting. Just, come on, I want my stuff. Let's go. Alright, so then we get our Eyes of Ender. Oh, that's right, I have flight. I forgot. And then what we need is a bunch of this stuff, right? So we're going to need way more of this than we already have. But at least for now, we'll get what we need out of the end, right? So inactive ender cores, we're going to need 2 of them and 8 of these. So then we pop over to ye old end. And I can turn off F7 because that will be annoying, right? And then we just click this on one of the crystals up here, right? Oh, wow. They did it all at once. Cool. And hey, where's my teleporter-y thingy? I thought I had one of those. Did I accidentally put it away? Sounds like something stupid I would do. Dire derps for days. It's alright, we have ways home. Now I'm like, hey, where's my thing? Because it's not in there. Is it? Yeah, where's that teleporter-y thingy? Advanced. Am I crazy? Where's my advanced ender porter? It's not a bauble. I made that last episode. It was in my inventory at the beginning of this episode, wasn't it? What the what? I'm gonna have to go look at like the video footage and see what happened to it. Found it! Dire, please. Oh, Dire, please. It's a good thing I record the things I do, because then I can go back and find the mistakes that I made, right? So we're ultimately going to need 8 of these, right? Oh, so close to having 8. But that's cool. We can get more of these. Not a problem, right? So one more. Boom. Right? And then we need 1 transmitter. So we're going to need 6 of those and 6 of those. So we're going to ultimately need 12 more Eyes of Ender. Which, wow, am I really low on Ender Pearls again? I mean, to be fair, I did just make a ton of ingots. Luckily, these things ain't hard to grow in this pack. Right? So 3 more of these. Cool. And then 6 of these. Boom. And then we want 1 transmitter and 1 receiver. Cool. And then to the end we go. So the transmitter needs to go 5 blocks above one of these crystals, right? So can I just place that? All right. Oh, hello. More careful, Direwolf. Got it. So like that's the same level as the crystal. So 1, 2 blocks of air, and then the transmitter, I assume, goes here. Is that a fair assumption? Right, because that's 1. Right, I'll figure this out eventually. I'll figure it out eventually, guys. I got enough crystals left. I got enough crystals left. I can do this. Right? It's a little bit tricky to figure out what 2 blocks of air, right? Because let's say like that's the end. Like the entity crystal is actually large, right? So we're gonna have to like figure this out. But I'm guessing the transmitter goes here, and I guess we'll see some kind of visual representation if I did this right. Right? So the transmitter, right, you need 1 transmitter at the end. It doesn't need to be chunk loaded. Build the transmitter around the inner crystal. On top of the incident building, leave 2 blocks of air above the crystal, and then place the transmitter. Place 4 redstone resonators on the same level as the ender crystal. 2 blocks of air between them. So does that mean like... Because if that's the ender crystal, 1, 2, and then right here is where we're going to want these dudes to be. And I'm assuming they have to face the right way. Ow. That looks cool. That's neat. I think we did something. All right. To home, James. Hey, is it recharging? Okay, cool. So what do we got here, right? 435, 300. I think it was recharging in the end, which is cool. That makes me absolutely feel. So a lot of people have commented, Dyer, you haven't gone upstairs yet. Yeah, I don't think I did go upstairs on camera. So upstairs, there's like a nifty little area. How cool is this? I feel like this is like the right kind of place for some astral magic, which we might be getting into at some point relatively soon. But for the receiver piece of things, let's figure out where we're going to put you. Like, I think upstairs feels like a pretty nice place, right? Does this look like a good place to, like, set up a receiver? I think so. We'll just need to make sure that we, you know, place it in the right spot. This stuff is all, like, fancy, and I want to make sure that we do it right. But let's see. The receiver, right? You need one receiver, not chunk loaded. Place the receiver in the middle. Place 4 resonators on the same level with 2 blocks of air between them. They must face the receiver. That's it. So, you know, I just want to put this in an intelligent spot. So, like, what if I just put it here, right? Cool. So that means receiver here. This would be the receiver. That would be the receiver. Cool. Receiver. One receiver, it doesn't need to be chunk loaded. Place the receiver in the middle. Place 4 resonators on the same level as the receiver. 2 blocks of air between them. The resonators must face the receiver. Place them when looking out. There can only be transparent blocks above and below the receiver, all the way down to bedrock. Oh! Ha! Ha! I missed that part. I missed the part of needs to be to bedrock. Cool. So what if we built this as such, right? So like right here, seems like a good enough spot, right? So we would put you there. Well, no, we probably want 1, 2, and then the receiver. Cool. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And realistically, because we want to face it our way, we need to do 4. Cool. So then this is the blocks that we want to get rid of. Ta-da! And this thing should be charging now? Look, it's charging! Sweet! That's cool. So now we can wirelessly charge, and the same for our bag, right? The ender bag thingy. So this would also wirelessly charge up. See, charge 10,000. Sweet! That is cool. I like it. That's awesome. Okay. So we set up the thing. Plus, it looks really cool. See? Dyer, impressing Dyer is not hard. Just give me a fancy looking laser to look at, and I'm just over the moon. I'm just like, yeah, I love this mod. There's lasers in it. Particle effects. Makes me happy. Nice. That's cool. Look at all the fancy lights and stuff on the blocks, too. That's awesome. That is super cool. I like that a lot. That is nifty. All right, so hey, that's that cool mod. Boom. Teleported home. Nice. That's cool. I should maybe change the linking aspect. Can I do that? Can I take this? Maybe not. I might have to turn on that bind thing. Bind to lock or whatever it is. This item is currently locked from binding. Yes, that would be my expectation, right? So how did we do that again? It was like shift period or something like that. Bind lock, no. There you go. Boom. Shift period. I like that better. Nice. I like it. That's cool. That is super cool. All right, so we've got Ender Utilities charging thing going on. Nifty. All right, guys, we're back. So I wanted to generate more power. Hilariously, we are on episode, what, 30 whatever? And this geothermal gen has been doing a decent enough job. But we've definitely, like, clearly reached the limit of what he's capable of handling for us. Probably represented by the fact that we are ever so slowly but surely literally on the brink between gaining and losing power. So what we're producing is right on line with what we're making and using, right? So I figured let's check out the Matter Overdrive, because there's a fusion reactor you can make in Matter Overdrive that allows you to generate power. I have no idea how much arithmetic we're going to get. I have no idea how it works. But again, a lot of the series is placed around checking out new mods that I've never played with before. So we're going to play with it together on camera. And I would definitely like some feedback on this. Like, put some comments in this video and let me know what you guys... do you enjoy the whole Dyer's learning new mods on camera thing? Because I know I get a lot of feedback a lot of the time about Dyer. You should try other things. So I'm hoping that's cool. So in order to do a fusion reactor, we need to get near a gravitational anomaly. Now these suck in and harm entities, which my player is an entity, so I want to prevent that. So luckily, one of the upgrades we can get for our android is a space-time equalizer that negates the gravitational effects of gravitational anomalies. However, we need inertial dampeners first, which requires high jump. This is the first time I found this, and it took me a minute to realize it. But in order to buy high jump, we actually need a piston in our inventory. For a minute, I was looking for something called piston, and I'm like, there's no upgrade called piston. And then I'm like, wait, maybe it means like an actual piston. And in fact, it did. So that's cool. So it used a piston. See, I had 5 before, now I have 4. So now if I want this, it's going to be 18, and I just need 24 experience. Requires space-time equalizer, which shouldn't be too hard. This is a thing. Didn't we make one of these recently? There it is. Yeah, that's what's up. So I need another one of these, and I need another one of these. Close. We're missing quite a few things there. Machine casing, please. And then we just need an Eye of Ender. And then we need the isolinear circuit. So Matter Overdrive U plus some gold. Why do we have so little gold? Am I derping up my gold again? I mean, we have some in here, so that helps, but still. What is up with our lack of gold? We should have been producing this all along. Anytime I run to a resource... Like, look, I've got thousands of all the other metals. How come so little gold? I haven't been using that much gold. I think it's probably a smart move. So then we make you into one of these. And that'll allow me to buy this upgrade now. Dun-dun, dun-dun. Now we pop into here and see what's up with gold. So we've got gold resin, we've got gold acorns. So gold does seem to be working. A couple people commented in a recent video, I think I fixed this on camera, but we did have a few ambers inside these slots, which was bad, obviously. But that's been resolved now. So what we could look into doing is getting better mulch, because we totally have prestige points, right? We have a couple. We could totally upgrade to, like, yellow mulch. What I should do is run my prestige generator a little bit, get more points, but I think that uses a lot of RF, right? So, like, does it sound smart to say, like, maybe what we'll do is generate the RF with the fusion reactor, and once that thing's stable, see, look, then there's gold, and I just want to make sure that you're going where you belong, right? So, like, gold's making its way over here. He's doing his thing. Everything's working right. Maybe gold was just stuck for a while, and I just fixed it recently. That might be what it is. All right, out of here we go. Poof. So back home, you can go away, and now I can go near those things and not be affected by them. I believe there's one in the Lost Cities dimension. Didn't we see one? Now, the more massive the gravitational anomaly, the more energy will be produced. And I'm wondering if I'll be able to see what that is. Hey, look, cool. Mass. Sweet. That is some information. I feel like I want to, like, screenshot that a little bit so I can compare some of those numbers to another one that I find. Look, I think I see the particle effects of one. Right? So now is this one larger or smaller? This one's mass is smaller. Its range is smaller. Its break range is smaller. Everything about it is smaller. So that's cool. That's neat. So we're looking for those particle effects. The particle effects show up before the block. See, we can see them right there. Oh, look, there's two of them right next to each other. That's cool. So my mass on the last one was 9761. That was the first one we found. So, and I'm assuming all those other attributes are based on the mass. So it looks like the first one we found, luckily enough, was actually pretty big. 2218. So, like, I don't know, like, what... Clearly, this is the first time messing with this mod, right? So I don't know too much about what's good and what's bad in terms of numbers, but I feel like based on some of the anomalies we found so far, the first one we found... See, this is big, but it's still not as big as the first one. The first one was 9761. That was huge by comparison to any of these others that we found so far. So I don't know what the limit is. Like, maybe 10,000 is right around where the limit is, because some of these are definitely larger than others, but... So what happens if I, like, throw an item nearby here? That's cool. 7604, 7605. Oh. Well, would you look at that? We just discovered something. This thing eats items. Now, here's a question. It goes up by 1 when I throw cobblestone into it, right? Right? So what happens if I throw a diamond into it? Asking for a friend. So, you know, just for giggles, what happens if I throw diamonds and emeralds in there? Do we get 256 more per thing? Right? So we started with a large anomaly, right? We threw a piece of cobblestone in there, and we got +1. So now if we throw a piece of diamond in there, will we get 256? That's a possibility. Yes! Ha 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 ha! Bing. Wow, that's... So it doesn't grow in physical size, but the mass number definitely goes up. Like a lot. I wonder if something I did was just bad. That might have been a bad idea to throw that much in there. But we'll find out. We're gonna find out. Let's just grow these black holes, right? That sounds like I mean, it's in a different dimension, so we're safe. Right? Maybe. I'm not sure. Perhaps. Yeah, somebody noted this bug, by the way, in building gadgets. I should look into that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense that bug would be doing that. Yeah, no, it's cool. So let's figure out how fusion reactor works. Y'all down with that idea? Oh, and can I get at this point an infinity booster card? Does that seem feasible? Oh, we need some quantum entangled singularities. Do I still have to do that? I'm assuming the old thing. All right. We'll get to that. I totally want one of these, but yeah, we need the singularity stuff. So let's play with fusion reactors, right? So first we need a fusion reactor controller, right? So let's remove these guys from the list here. We're gonna matter fusion, right? So we're gonna need a fusion reactor controller, a coil, an IO. And I think we need machine holes. Cool. And now let me figure out exactly how this works. So put 3 fusion reactor coils on each straight side of the circle. Let me read this real quick, then we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. So I have an idea of how this works, I think. It doesn't look too bad to set up. And it's interesting, because it looks like you can set up multiples of these. So first thing we need is a fusion reactor controller, right? So we're going to need this. We're going to need some coils, which needs more superconducting magnets. So let's get a few of these, right? And then that. I know we're going to need more of these. So let's get like a stack-ish. All right. So this needs more tritanium ingots, which ain't bad at the moment. We should be able to dupe those, right? That just does 2 and then smelts and then we're cool. Yeah. And like I said, I'm probably going to want to run my prestige guy in a minute, so I might wind up duping some things as a result. right? Probably not a bad idea to consider that a possibility. So do we have enough to make one of these, though, right now? Close. Let's take some of this stuff home with us. And you need another one of these, which needs another one of these, which needs another ender pearl, right? I really need to, like, automate the whole ender pearl collection thing. That feels like a good use of my time, right? More ender pearls, please. Running over here this episode enough times has taught me that I have not done a sufficient job of automating ender pearls, and I should look into that. To be fair, I get a lot really fast. So, I'm just saying. So let's check this out. Bada bing, bada boom. The only thing you're missing is a holographic sign, which is easy enough to make. I think we just need some glass. Get to work, sand. That should be quick, because it does 5 at a time? Or 3? I forget if I upgraded those machines down there. I have not really done a good job of keeping them up to date. But there you go. Fusion reactor controller needs more titanium plates, which we should be able to get. We used one for our holographic sign, and it was the last one we had. Ta-da! Fusion reactor. Okay, cool. Now, it's not very clear about how far away... Did I go to the wrong corner? Where am I? I'm lost. From this thing we need to be, right? It just says place a fusion reactor controller and follow the guide. It doesn't really indicate, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from the block. Feels like, hey, look, here's another one right near it. That's cool. So 5 away from this thing is where we want to be. So are you a block that I can, like... You can. Okay, cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's the 5th block, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th block. Hey, look at that. Invalid structure. Sweet. And look, it even shows where the anomaly should be. Nice. Okay, cool. Now, in order for this to work, we need some more of those coils. And a bunch of those machine hulls, which we may or may not be able to make right now. All right, I think I've got this right. Let's find out. So basically we want this. And then in the center of each of these rings, we need these 3. I think I might put this here for easier use. Right? I think this is right. Did I miscount the number of those that I need? I might have. I need 3 more of them. They're not too bad to make. It's 4 titanium each, basically. They should be in there, so 12. Technically 10, I think. Because I actually have a few more. Yes. Boom. There's the 3 more. Cool. Invalid structure? No, we're cool. Hey, we're cool. Yeah, nice. Alright, so we've built the structure. I have no idea how much RF this is going to produce. I have no idea how this is going to work, but we're going to figure it out. We're figuring it out together, guys. So the structure is valid. Power 100, charge 0, matter 0. So there's an efficiency ring. There's an energy ring. There's configurations. There's upgrades. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So once the fusion provided with matter to start producing energy. Cool. and jumpstart them with a battery. So I might want to throw a battery into this dude. Does that make sense? Can I do that? I might want to make a bigger battery. Maybe try that real quick. And I know we're getting close to the end of the episode here, so we're going to do what we can. Can this guy be upgraded to a high capacity battery? He totally can. Do you have to be empty? Boo! Boo needing to be empty. So high capacity, that's 4096. Okay, so that's the top tier battery there is then? Yeah. So let's put that here. So that'll store a lot of power. 1,000,000 RF, not bad. And he charges up nice and quick too, which is even better. Nifty. Alright, so then what we need is... So I happened to earlier, because as I was reading this, I saw that it was necessary to throw half a stack of diamonds in here, so we'd have a lot of fluids. So can we get a hardened and a servo, please? And while you're crafting, we'll go up to our cake. And the servo's ready. And then we come down here, and I'm hoping that it's just a matter of put your high capacity battery in there and feed him matter. I don't know how much matter, but we'll find out. And we could always do something to make this a little bit more automated. So you've got stuff going on here. Okay. Okay. Not entirely sure. What's up? Are you draining power from this thing? Doesn't seem like it, right? Oh, hello. Something just happened. Something's going on. Not quite sure what, but something's happening. Power 100, charge 0, matter 100. Right? So that's cool. Not super sure. I also brought a flux point here if I needed to feed energy in this way. Are you going to drain any energy? You are. You're outputting energy, which is cool. So what's the deal? Do you have to fill up a whole lot? I don't know. It's draining 16,000 RF a tick. I have no idea how much our battery's looking like back home, but hopefully it's not terrible. Yep, not at all sure what's going on. Should we come back in a minute in case something happens? I want to see what happens before we wrap up the episode. I don't want to leave you guys on a cliffhanger. Or do I? You know what? Maybe we will leave you guys in suspense. I'm assuming this thing needs to be charged. The guide on the website is not super clear as to how this works. But because we ran out of power in our energy cube, so being in this overworld now, that area is not chunk loaded, so we're no longer charging the fusion reactor. It's about 1/3 of the way charged. So what I think I'm going to do is, between episodes, I will let this energy cube charge up all the way. Then we'll come back next episode. We should have enough energy. And I took my Wither data model out, because that's 2,000 RF a tick that we can save, right? This thing should charge up pretty quickly. Next episode, we'll come back. We will continue charging that fusion guy and see if it kickstarts some kind of fusion reaction. I assume that's how it's going to work. But like I said, the instructions are not super clear. But maybe I'm right. I don't know. We'll find out next episode. For now, Dog20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.